Hi everybody! So I know I don't usually make these kind of like sit down YouTube videos, but if you guys didn't know, I'm a senior in high school. Well, technically I graduated early, but I've been applying to colleges, and I've been watching a ton of college videos on YouTube, and I really wanted to make my own specifically about like being a film major and going into different film programs. So when I was doing my college research, I really wanted to know like what the average GPA and ACT, SAT test scores were for the people who got into the schools that I wanted to get into. But I was also looking for, what are the best schools with the best film programs and what programs are the best for me and what I want to do with filmmaking. So just for reference, before I go into all the specific schools that I applied to in my decisions, I have a 4.2 weighted GPA, I think it's a 3.8 unweighted, and I got a 32 on my ACT. So here's the list of all the colleges that I was accepted to and denied from. I was accepted to American University, Emerson College, Syracuse University, Florida State University, Belmont, Columbia College Chicago, Loyola Marymount University, and UT Austin. And I was denied from NYU, USC, Boston University, and Northwestern. If you just go on the internet and Google best film programs, you're gonna get NYU, USC, Boston University. Usually those three schools tend to come up, and obviously I wanted to go there really badly, but didn't get in, but that's okay. But kind of what I discovered through my college journey is that even though I really thoroughly glamorized the idea of, going to college in New York or going to USC, there were other programs that are way more affordable for me that I got into that are just as good, if not better, than those programs. So I don't know, I wanted to just talk to you guys about, the other places that I applied and got accepted to and some other options for filmmakers out there who may want to go to film school. So right off the bat, I'll talk to you guys about the school that I picked, and I'm so excited. I can't believe I finally have this decision because it's been a year of waiting and trying to figure out where I'm going, but I got it. I am going to the Florida State University College of Motion Picture Arts. If you guys don't know, some alumni from FSU include Barry Jenkins, who directed Moonlight, Wes Ball, who did The Maze Runner. FSU's program, I didn't know when I was first applying, but is actually really, really competitive. I think this year they had 400 something applicants, and then they took 40 for an interview, and from there there's 20, I believe, in the freshman class. But my process to applying for FSU was pretty unique. I had to write a script and an essay and submit an original film and get some letters of recommendation. And then from there they went through and picked out the people that they wanted to interview, and then I was chosen for an interview. So I went to campus in Tallahassee and went in for an interview and talked to the people there, and it was amazing, and I got to tour the facilities and meet some other kids who were applying, which was awesome. It's such an intense program. The thing that I love the most about it is that your first year you take all your gen eds, but then for the rest of your college you're doing all film classes, which is really, really nice as opposed to some other universities because you're super intense, in the filmmaking process, always creating, always shooting. Now, one of the other schools that I got accepted to that I was considering is American University in DC. And mainly I applied there because of my interest in social activism, not really because of their film program. However, they do have a really, really great film program, but it's very rooted in documentary filmmaking. And what I want to do is more narrative, fictional filmmaking. So I think one really important thing to consider when you're looking into these schools is what kind of films do I want to make and which programs can best support that. Personally, I really, really loved Emerson's film program. I went to Boston and toured it, and they're pretty narrative based, but they have all kinds of opportunities because they're located in Boston. The only problem is just the money. I couldn't really afford it. The good thing about FSU is that they gave me in-state tuition, but with Emerson and some of these other colleges that I got into, even with scholarships, it's just unaffordable for me. And I'm going into a filmmaking artist career, so I don't know if taking out a bunch of loans is the best idea, but I mean, if you have the budget to go to these schools and you can afford it, then I totally recommend it because, I mean, being anywhere that has good internship opportunities is ideal. I'm sure there's more internship opportunities in Boston or New York than there is in Tallahassee, Florida, but, some people just can't afford it, and that's okay. However, it is possible to get big scholarships to these schools and still make it affordable. For example, I got a pretty big scholarship to Loyola Marymount University in California, and it's one of the top 10 best film schools or something, but after considering my options and looking into their program, I just decided that the Florida State program was a better fit for me personally. When looking into these programs, some of them required a portfolio, so they required you to make a film and submit an essay or script, and some of them didn't at all. And honestly, my best recommendation is to lean towards the schools that do require a portfolio because you want to be surrounded by other people who are as passionate about filmmaking as you are and who are willing to take a camera and go outside and shoot something and have already worked on things before in the past, even if it's just an iPhone video, rather than someone who might want to do filmmaking and get there and not enjoy it and then not really collaborate with you or participate. Speaking on that, it's also important to note that a lot of these film schools, they don't fund your student films. Like if you're gonna go to NYU and create your thesis film there or something, they won't fund your entire film, so you have to take more money out of your pocket, which can be a lot on top of like a $70K tuition and room and board and everything, which is, you know, a lot of money. Something I really like about FSU is that I think they're the only film school in America or the world or something that fully funds all of their student films. So I'll get that exact fact and put it on the screen somewhere so you guys can fact check me. But I like that because it doesn't mean that you're at a disadvantage to anyone else who might have more money than you to get better equipment or to just make their film better. I'm so excited about starting college in the fall. Like, I've been thinking about this for a year. It's been crazy. I tried to film some of my decision reactions, but I didn't because most of the time I was just like shaking and freaking out and I had to open it right then and there. But I just wanted to share with you guys that, like, even though I got rejected from NYU and USC, life goes on. I found an amazing program and like I'm still dedicated to my craft and I'm doing what I want to do, and you can't let a college decision define who you are as a creative or as a person. One of my favorite quotes that I read throughout this whole college process has been, you have to love the school that loves you. And I think that's really important because like Florida State took the time to sit down and personally interview me, and they watched my film. They asked me specific questions about my film or about my web series and everything, and that means a lot to me as opposed to some other schools that may not have even watched my film in the first place. I'm definitely planning to keep making more college videos in the fall. I would love to do like a dorm haul if you guys would want to see that, or maybe a dorm room tour or something. So just, I don't know, leave me a comment below and tell me what you want to see and I can definitely make a video about it. Also, if you guys have any questions about these film programs or like what scholarships I applied for, what scholarships I got, what the opportunities are at these schools, I pretty much know everything now because I've been doing research since fall, so you can leave me a comment. You can just message me on Instagram. My Instagram is Sierra Isley. I'll put it in the link below, and I'll totally get back to you and let you know everything that I know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm so excited to go to Florida State University in the fall. Bye guys!